Sure.
I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to deal with nobody. I wasn't even eating. I think I was just like drinking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I could not, like, I didn't feel nothing. Like, I wasn't buzzed. I wasn't tipsy. I wasn't nothing. I was just drinking. Why? I don't even know. I didn't even do that with my dad or like, I just wanted to drink. And
What the fuck is up? Back at it again with my special guest, Miss Tiff.
that's
What's
what my
up,
mama called me.
Miss Tiff?
Miss Tiff.
Miss Tiff. Is it close because it's close to mischief? Are you mischievous?
I can be, but I am who I am. And my mama knows because she made me.
Did she?
She did. Well, she helped with my dad.
Yeah. So who are you?
Who
is
am
Tiff?
I? I
Let the
am
people know
Tiffany.
who Tiff is.
My name is Tiffany. I'm Tiff. I'm a young woman. I'm from Oakland.
Did you go to school?
I went to elementary school. I went to Webster. Middle school. I went to Frick. High school. I went to Fremont High.
Fremont.
Yeah.
How's your family? What's going on with your family? 2-parent household, brothers, sisters.
I was raised in a 2-parent household. My mom and dad was married for like 17 years. They did get a divorce. I was probably about maybe 10 years old. I don't have any sisters. I have 3 brothers and I am a twin. I'm the only girl. So
You the youngest? Y'all?
me and my twin is the youngest, yes.
Who's
He's
older?
the youngest.
He's the
I'm
youngest,
older. We're
youngest?
30 seconds apart, but they're rounded off to a minute on our birth certificate. So yeah.
Okay. How was that transition from the divorce? Like, do you remember how that played a
I
factor?
do remember how it was because my dad, he did end up, like, he met this other lady and we really didn't, like, she wasn't really, like, family oriented because that's just who she was. She wasn't family oriented. Like, we'd be doing something and my dad wouldn't go because she didn't want to go. She was always sick when it was time to do something. Just weird stuff. But it never really broke me and my brothers up. We was always still close. We still close, and we was always close with my mom and my dad. We did started going like on the weekends, like we'll go to my dad's house or we'll go to my mom's house or stuff like that, packing suitcases and stuff. But it was cool. Like my mom and dad was still cool, but my dad then wife, well after the fact, not soon after, but he ended up getting with another woman. They ended up getting married. He tried to like, I don't know, it was just kind of weird. She didn't like my mom. They're the same sign, which is crazy. They're the same sign, but she did not like my mom. Why? I have no idea. My mom never did her nothing. She never talked bad about her. Nothing. She did not like my mom. I don't even think she liked herself. That's the crazy
Maybe
part.
she just didn't like whatever sign that is.
That's the same sign as her.
I know, I'm saying maybe she just
She didn't like herself.
Yeah.
I told you, yeah.
It happens.
I guess so.
So you are a bit of an entrepreneur.
Yes, I've done a little bit of a lot. I do hair, which I don't enjoy doing hair anymore, so I don't do it. I only do my own hair. People still ask me, you don't, no, I'm not doing it. Can't do it. I just don't like it. I don't enjoy doing other people's hair anymore. I used to love it. I don't anymore.
Yeah, carpal tunnel.
I don't have carpal tunnel. I don't enjoy it. Like it's not a passion for me anymore. I used to be passionate about doing hair and making people look beautiful. Now I only want to make myself look beautiful. I'm not a hater of any kind, any sort, but I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy doing hair anymore. I started a juicing business in 2020, Royal Juices. Have multiple different variety of juices. I made all flavors on my own. I cook. I've catered parties. I've sold plates. I do a little dipping and dabbing in a lot.
You cut hair.
I can cut hair. I'm not raw, but I can do all things. I don't know how to change a tire. I don't know how to change a tire, but
It's niggas that don't know how to change your tire. When I tell you, I've heard stories of niggas not being able to change tires. Like, nigga, I learned that in high school. And niggas don't be having no excuse. I didn't grow up with no dad.
Yeah.
I think I don't think my mama taught me that. I think I learned that shit on my own, just common fucking sense.
I
Like, it
never
wasn't
even
no
tried. Like, I
YouTube
don't like getting
ass,
my
like,
hands dirty. Like, I'm a big woman. Like, I
so
do not like getting my hands dirty.
not knowing how and not wanting to is two different
Two
things.
different things.
I don't necessarily
Correct.
want to do it. Like if it's, one of them moments and I gotta do it, I will. But if I don't have to, AAA is
Yeah,
very
AAA is
convenient.
gonna come. You might
hear
have to
me?
wait a little
Big
bit, but they'll be
roadside.
here.
I'm gonna utilize my little $100. Yeah. But yeah, it's really niggas out there that don't know how to change tires.
I'm one of them, the realest nigga you meet. No, I'm just kidding.
You might be.
I know.
I know. So, what's your biggest passion? Since you say you're passionate about doing
My
hair.
biggest passion, probably helping people. Like I will give somebody the shirt off my back. If you know me, you know. Like I love people. I done fed the homeless. I've done a lot. Like I don't put myself out there like tell okay, I need donations for this, that. No, I'm doing it on my own. My family might help me, but I'm gonna do it on my own. My friends will help me, but I'm gonna do it on my own. I don't really ask nobody for help. And that's probably
one of your downfalls.
one of my downfalls. I don't like asking people for help. And that's not,
Why?
I don't know. Because a lot of people, they'll let you down. Family, friend, whatever. They will let you down. Like in the drop of a dime, they will let you down. It'll be time to go do it. Oh, they can't do it. Like, nah. I mean, you got to be prepared for the worst, but I just do it on my own.
So maybe you just should offer or ask without the expectation of getting help. And then maybe you won't get let down.
Maybe.
Just a suggestion.
Okay.
It happens.
But yeah, I love helping people. I love being a listening ear. Like I deal with the public every day, and some people just really need somebody to listen to them, and that's it. Like, so yeah, I love people.
Do you? What do you love about you?
What do I love about me?
Besides everything.
Everything.
Right.
When people say you look cute, I know because I do know. It's not cocky. I'm confident. I've always been confident my whole life. Like thank you. I mean, I could say thank you, but it's more like I know. I love everything about me. I love my moles. Like my daddy had these freckles, these moles. I love them. Like I love them. I do. I love everything about me. I mean, I'm not perfect by any means. I am not perfect, but I think I'm perfect in my eyes. And if you don't like it, whoever don't like it, you don't have to look at me. You don't have to deal with me. You don't got to do none of that.
So what's the biggest thing?
The biggest thing? Probably my heart. I have a big heart, and I love to love. I love people. And a lot of people, they don't deserve me as a person, as a human being. Because why? I don't know, but a lot of people just be for self, like, and that's crazy. Nowadays, in this world, this generation, everybody is for self.
Here we go with this generation shit.
No, it is this generation.
It's not.
What is it?
It's not just this generation.
I'm not.
We learned this shit from somewhere.
No.
Yeah, when the old school knocks was knocking, they was for self.
No, they wasn't.
They was getting high because they couldn't deal with the shit that they was dealing with.
They was getting high because they wanted to get high. And a lot, and nowadays people are slipping people this, they slipping people that.
Nah,
People,
we ain't talking about that. We talking about
this
the
heartless
80s.
The 80s. People, that's what they did. It wasn't nothing else to do but get high.
Why?
It wasn't nothing else to do. What else was there to do?
It was a lot to do.
Like
Just
what?
like it's a lot to do now. Because we got the internet, we got more shit to do.
That's it.
Nah.
Kids not even going outside riding bikes. They just want to be on their
They had
phone.
all of that. They had community. They had.
I'm talking about now.
No, I'm talking about back then. They was for
We
self.
was outside. No, I don't think
They started
why?
getting high for themselves, right? That's what you said, because they wanted to. They wasn't getting high to help people. They was getting high because they wanted to get high. That's where selfishness started.
But they still was on their shit. They wasn't just sitting outside getting high. They wasn't not working. Like you got functioning. It all depends. You have functioning addicts and you have addicts that's just addicts.
So when you go
and a lot of them in the 80s, they were functioning addicts.
But they were being selfish nonetheless. That's what we was getting at. That was the point. They was being selfish.
I need to sip my
getting
water.
high. Yeah, sip your water.
Y'all need to
being
drink water.
selfish and getting high. Hydrate yourself.
Please.
What's the other man say? Eat a salad. No pun intended. Yeah, but nonetheless, we didn't just become selfish. There was
a lot of stuff
factors.
is learned behavior, and
like a lot of them selfish kids were raising themselves during that time, from Gen X to Gen Z. No, from what is them? Yeah, they Gen X. That's the Gen X people, and then Gen Z. We Gen X. I don't fucking remember. No, my mama Gen X. So that's Gen X. Them people. They taught us how to be selfish. No discredit to y'all, but we learned this shit somewhere. We didn't just wake up and be like, you know what? I'm gonna live for myself today. The music, the media.
The music is terrible. This ain't even real music.
Because it don't last. That real music lasts. All this shit we listening to in 2025, they're gonna be looking in 2045 like, what the fuck with it, shawty? But they still gonna be listening to the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, and then that's when shit just went left.
I got this song I want you to listen to later. I love it. I just started listening to it.
How'd it go? I thought you was finna sing it.
I'm not gonna sing it. I don't know how to sing now. One thing I don't know how to do is sing, but I will sing, but I don't know how.
I ain't gonna set you up like that.
Thank you.
You alright, you got it.
I don't need no record deal. I got a 10 to 5 or whatever, 9 to 5.
So what's one of your biggest challenges in life?
My biggest challenge in life? I don't know.
You don't know? Some challenges you didn't have to overcome to get where you are? To show everybody this side of Tiff?
Maybe being unhealed, just not even like trauma. Like I had a wonderful childhood. I had a great life growing up. Never needed for nothing. I never really wanted for anything. I was raised on love. And that's all I really want to give is love. And a lot of people, they don't know how to accept it because they wasn't raised on love. What was the question again? Sorry. My biggest challenge?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know. Come back to me with that.
Come back to you with that.
I don't know. My biggest challenge? I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't.
It's okay to not know. So, speaking on traumatic experiences, what are your most traumatic experiences that you can think of?
My most traumatic experiences. Well, in 2016, I lost my brother. That was my older brother.
The oldest?
My oldest brother. He was like my best friend. Like, even though, like, I got a twin, like, we hella close. I got another brother, we all hella close. But my older brother, we was hella close. Like, he had 5 kids. My brother had 5 kids. And they all got the same mama and all that. But he had 5 kids. Every time they had a baby, I was at their house a month straight, doing whatever I needed to do, And he died on October 26, 2016. And my phone, it will be sitting in my passenger seat. And I just hear my car ringing. It's calling my brother. How? I do not know. Like, it was crazy. That shit happened 4 times. The last time it called him, he went to my mama's house. He at my mama's house. I'm like, I'm about to come out there because I had an appointment. So I get to my mama's house. I guess my mom had just got to her house. So I'm going to walk in the door. My mama is coming right out. She like, get in here, get in here. I'm like, what's up? Like, when I say me and my family, we all joke. Like, take us as a joke if you want to. But we all like, we jokesters. That's what we do. We're just funny. We joke. So I go in there. She like, get in here. I go in there. My brother, he on his knees with his face in the couch. I'm like, what the fuck? She was like, my mom was scared. Like, my mom was scared. She's nervous. I'm like, I got to do what I got to do as a sister, as your daughter. Like, so my mom got the paramedics on the phone. They like, well, flip him over, put him on the couch. Then they like, put him on the floor. So I had to flip my brother over. His face is purple. I had to give him CPR. And like, I always knew death was real, but losing a sibling, that shit was real. Like I watched him try to resuscitate him for I don't know how long. And Kaiser told my brother he had asthma. My brother was on his asthma pump. Kaiser said my brother had asthma, but my brother ended up having a blood clot in his leg and it went to his heart. And the last time, oh, I didn't get on that, but the last time my phone called my brother, he was not sounding good. I'm like, what's up? I'm like, you good? He just wasn't sounding good. So I called my son. I'm like, call Thomas and like see what's up. Cause at this point I'm driving or whatever. So when my twin called my brother, he didn't answer. So I guess my brother was gone. So I get there, I did everything that I had to do. I called my dad. I'm at my mama's house. My mom, she stay like in North Oakland. I called my dad, he in East Oakland. When I say I called my dad and my dad got there in 5 minutes, he got to that motherfucker in 5 minutes. And like that's my older brother. He the first son, you know, like I don't know, but a lot of people looked up to my brother just being who he was, you know, and he was a good guy. That was the most traumatic experience that I ever dealt with. Just
having to try to do all of that.
trying to do all that in a matter of time, in a matter of seconds, in a matter like it was just a lot. Like, and it's still a lot. Like, not a day go by that I don't think about my brother. I miss him every day. They be saying heaven is a better place, but that's what they say. I don't know. I ain't never been there, so
Never?
I never been there.
Oh.
I've been in the clouds before, but I never been there. If you know, you know. But I have been in the clouds in a long time. And then that I dealt with that, and I was a lot mentally, physically, emotionally, a lot. But I didn't lose myself. Like a lot of people, they lose people that's close to them. Like, well, my brother want me to be like this. Well, he want me to do this. Well, he want me to do that. Hell no. I can't lose myself. I still gotta live. I still gotta pay bills. I still gotta be an adult. So I have my days. I still have my days. And then that and 2020, I lost my dad. Everybody know me, I am a daddy's girl. Still to this day, I don't have no sisters. I always got what I wanted. I didn't do what I wanted. Like my dad, he was so respectful. Like we'd be riding in the car, listening to music. Anything with cussing, he's not playing it. I'm like, we could listen to that. Next. So like my dad, he was hella cool. Like no lie, like back in the day, my dad, he's a Gemini as well. I'm a Gemini. My birthday is in June. My dad was a Gemini. My older brother was a Gemini. All our birthdays was a week apart. So June just is not the same no more. Like I don't even really care about my birthday, which is crazy, but it's not the same and it'll never be the same. So I'm trying to celebrate my birthday. Think about my dad's birthday is the next week. My brother's birthday the next week. It's like, okay, but again, I still have to live. But it's like I'm not supposed to have fun. When it first happened, it was like I'm not supposed to have fun without my brother, you know. But
no, you're supposed to celebrate for him.
And I'm trying. I do. And my dad was like my hero, you know. Back in the day, I used to be scared of my dad. He was just like a big guy, and he was the sweetest person you'll ever meet. But he didn't take no shit. Like I'm a Gemini. They be like Geminis, two-faced, all this weak shit. I think everybody got that other little side to them. But anyway, like my dad, don't, like when he making that face, don't say nothing to him. Don't even look at him. Don't look his way. Don't do none of that. And we knew. But in 2020, I lost my dad. In 2020, I started my business, Royal Juices. And
before or after?
It was before, in the midst. I kind of stopped doing my business because I lost my dad and I just lost my passion for juicing. Like, if anybody knew, like, I love to juice. People still order juices and stuff from me, like, call me like, oh, I want this, I want that, I'll do it. But just, like, doing it how I was, pushing juice before I went to work, prepping for juice at night, hustling, I don't really be doing that no more. I need to probably get back with it. But
and then you kind of said like you didn't lose yourself. It's given.
I mean, I lost parts of me.
All right.
Not like that, but I did. Like I lost parts of me. It's a lie. But I lost my father in 2020, and it was like during the COVID time, like COVID era, and we couldn't go visit my dad. Like if we're a close-knit family and we always was together. And my dad, like that probably kind of brought him down as well. Like you can't see your family. All we could do is talk on the phone. Thank God for FaceTime and all that, but it still was not the same. Then he had to go to like a rehab or whatever. We used to have to go visit him at a window. We still couldn't even go in there. And then they ended up calling us one day like, "Oh, you guys need to get down here. Won't they won't." So we get down there. This was on October 7th. My dad passed in October. My brother passed in October. October 7th at we there, and my twin, he got there a little later, but my dad waited for my twin to get there. And my dad had green eyes. I opened my dad because he had his eyes closed. I opened his eyes just to see his eyes, you know. And my auntie was like, "That's the death rattle." I'm like, "What is that?" Like, I ain't never like, what is that? She's like, "He about to go." I'm like, "What the like what? What do you mean?" Like my dad? I don't know. It's crazy. So at 12:07, my brother get there. We reading scriptures and stuff, and it was just me and both my brothers in the room. And we get there, we just talking to him, chilling. I opened my dad's eye, a tear came down. And at 12:07, my dad, he passed away. I was holding his hand, and that was a lot. Like, just that was a lot. My dad been in my life my whole life. Like a lot of people, they're not raised with a dad, so they deal and settle for anything. Like, and I don't know, but that was a lot for me mentally. A lot. Like I said, I didn't lose myself. I did lose part of myself. I kind of like I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to be social, but I still went to work. I went to work. I did what I had to do for myself. Like my dad wouldn't want to see me like this or none of that. So I continued and I kept going and I pushed myself. And
Well, I applaud you for that.
I appreciate it. And yeah, I watched them put him in the bag and all that stuff. And then 2023,
3 years later. So this all in a span
3 years
7
later,
years.
7 years. 2023, I was the happiest I had ever been in my life. Like, I lost my dad, I lost my brother, and I got pregnant with twins. I got pregnant with twins. Crazy, right? And I'm a twin, you know? I get pregnant with twins, and March 11th, 2023 was my gender reveal. So that's what, 2 years on this day?
Today, yeah.
Today, yeah. I had my gender reveal. And I'm like, is it boys or is it girls? My auntie, she kept saying, "Oh, it's boys, it's boys." I'm like, it might be boys because I wasn't sick. They be like, "You be sick with girls. You look a mess with." Like I'm always been cute, but I was looking cute. Like I had just started like glowing. I started looking cute. I just got my line on my belly. I'm like, oh, I'm looking good. Like I look cute. Still going pushing these buses. I took off maybe 2 days, still going to work, still pushing these buses, still doing what I have to do as a woman, as a mother, and every other. But I had my gender reveal. It was nice. Like people bringing gifts. I didn't think you were supposed to bring gifts to gender reveal. I had so many gifts. It was so many people that came, and we did. The theme was theme 1 and theme 2. Super cute. And I had my gender reveal. We left there, and it was actually supposed. Yeah. Anyway, we left there. I'm on my way home. I went to the grocery store because I really didn't eat at the gender reveal. Like I ate a little bit, but I wasn't really hungry. I was up on my feet, just like greeting everybody, and everybody was so happy, just rubbing my belly, and it was a cool little time. And then I'm on my way home. I was living in Stockton at the time. On my way home, I stopped at the grocery store. I'm like, I want some chicken. I didn't want to go to Wingstop. I didn't want to go no KFC. I'm going to make my own chicken. Like I did go to Wingstop and I got some ranch and some carrots. Cause that ranch and that carrots, if you know. But I get home. I had to use the bathroom hella bad. Like I had to pee so bad. I'm like, dang, y'all chill out. Like, so I get in there, I go to the bathroom, and it was just blood. I'm like, what the fuck? I just got off the phone with my friend, and it's just blood. I'm like, what in the world? Then my cousin, she was like, girl, like a couple months ago, my cousin, she was like, with my little cousin, she had an episode to where she was bleeding, but she was good. She was cool. Mind you, So I'm like, okay, I'm in Stockton. It's not a lot of emergency rooms in Stockton. Kaiser emergency rooms in Stockton or the surrounding areas. So I end up going to St. Joseph. I'm on the phone. I'm calling my ex. She was getting on my nerve. Like, I'm calling. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I'm just trying to be cool. And I had on yellow underwear. Yellow is my favorite color. I had on yellow underwear this particular day. It's my gender reveal. I'm wearing yellow. Okay. So anyway, I had a miscarriage. It started the day of my gender reveal. I didn't pass my kids until the next day. I had to give birth to my kids. They came at 8:37 in the morning and 8:35. Oh, I found out it was boys. I had two twin boys. Like, oh my God, this is my guardian angels, you know, like I'm having twin sons. And I lost my babies. That was another traumatic experience. Like, I never in a million years, like, oh, God didn't gave me these babies. I'm doing good. Like, I went to the doctor every 2 weeks. Only for the simple fact, like, I never had high blood pressure. I never had nothing. Like, I always been healthy. Even in the 5 months of me being pregnant, I was always healthy, but I still had to go to the hospital because they called it high risk for my age because I'm having two twins and they're in the same sac. They was identical twins. Um, so come to find out, I had my miscarriage because they said my cervix was short. If I'm going to the doctor every 2 weeks, y'all couldn't see my cervix was short. They could have saved my babies. Like they could have just sold me up. It's called a Claridge or some shit. But no, they didn't. I didn't. No, I got to the hospital. One of them heartbeat was a little faint. One of them still had a heartbeat. And I named my kids August and Austin. And that was traumatic.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to deal with nobody. I wasn't even eating. I think I was just like drinking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I could not, like, I didn't feel nothing. Like, I wasn't buzzed. I wasn't tipsy. I wasn't nothing. I was just drinking. Why? I don't even know. I didn't even do that with my dad or I just wanted to drink. And then your ex just working your nerve, like making it all about them. That's another thing. Like, I can't deal with people like that. I can't. Like, you ain't sat here. You ain't did none of this. Why is it about you? I don't get it. I don't understand. But all them traumatic within 7 years time span.
Yeah. Well, look at you now, standing strong, smiling. Smile. Oh no, he said the other word. Besides, so how did you cope with all these experiences? Like besides the last one when you started, I guess that was like the starting of the coping. But like now that you're in a better place, from what I can tell, how do you find yourself coping?
Just loving on me a little more, doing pretty much what I want to do, not dealing with shit that I don't have to deal with. What was the question again?
How do you cope from these experiences?
Just God, and just having faith. And I'm a firm believer of God. Like my dad, he was a pastor. I'm a preacher's kid, whatever they want to call it. But
I heard about them PKs.
But just just living and learning, and everything ain't gonna always be peaches and cream. I'm just trying to be happy. Like I say, I still have my days. Some days I have my days. Some days I just be crying like, Tiffany, what's wrong with you? Just thinking about life. But I have my days. I have my moments. I have my minutes. But I just gotta keep going. Like I said, I got bills. I got bills. And I just want to be happy, like all the way around. Happy, healthy, and continue to spread love and peace. I love peace. I do.
So what ways, or like what type of things do you do to support your mental health?
My grandma, I'm not trying to get off. My grandma calling me, right? She just learned how to text. She's 80 years old. She be texting and stuff. It'd be so funny. Now I'm gonna call her back. What ways have I coped with my mental health?
No, like how do you support it? Like how do you keep going?
Cry if I need to cry. I scream if I need to scream. Um, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Do you have like practices of things you do, like praying, meditating, any of that?
Honestly, I've been trying to meditate, but I can't have my mind. It don't close off enough for me. I need to learn
I
how to
don't think it's
meditate.
just a yeah. I think because I don't know either.
I
I
don't.
was doing it. I started in the beginning of the year. I was on it, and I was doing it every day. Mm-hmm. I was even hitting my parlays when I was meditating. I think I was on to something. So I probably need to get back on it. But
Maybe we could do it together.
but um yeah, I've tried to like close out the ideas and thoughts and shit running rampant in my head because I'm
I
pretty
tried
sure
to.
I got ADHD.
You
I be
do.
just running rampant.
I mean,
But I read in a book like repeating the same line over and over can kind of help with that because you lose focus on other shit and then you start repeating that line and thinking about that line. So I was trying that. It kind of worked. And then I could get into like a deep meditation sometimes, but then it just be like,
your mind goes somewhere.
Like
That's
I
how
get
I
there,
am.
and then it say psych. So
But I know people like
it's a
my
process.
best friend. She be meditating. She was like, "I'm gonna get you some candles." Okay, maybe I need some candles. I don't know what the candles are gonna do, but I need something.
yeah, it's a process. They say it's not just jump
It's
into it and start
mentally.
doing
It's
it.
a mental
But yeah,
thing.
you can calm down. Are you receptive to support from your peers?
Yes. Like me and my friends, we talk, but I said like in the beginning, like each episode, each time something happened, like I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to deal with nobody. I didn't want to be in nobody's face. We talking about my traumatic experiences
Just like,
up here,
in
but yeah,
general,
I listen. I listen.
Not listen. You like take the support.
I
Like
take
you
the
know how
support.
during them times you wasn't receptive to it. Like I don't really want to
I
be
take the
bothered.
support and I listen. And I love, like I said, when I love all my friends. I don't even have that many, but I love my friends. I love my family, and I'm very receptive of it.
In what ways do you show up for them?
Mentally, physically, emotionally.
How? Like just some, some things that you do to show people.
Well, I know my friend, like, we met in cosmetology school. I don't even call her my friend. Like, that's my sis. I don't have no sisters. That's my sis. Um, she lost her grandmother. I was there for her. She lost her father, and I know how it is to lose your father. I cooked all the food for her dad's repast. Like, she's like, what I gotta give you? You don't gotta give me nothing. Just continue to love on me like I love on you. You know? Just love. Like, I love love. I love to make people happy, and I love to make people laugh. Like, if you know me, you know, but you don't know because you don't know. But I love to make people happy. Even if I'm not having the best day, I'm still gonna laugh. I'm still gonna make somebody laugh. I'm still gonna make somebody day. You know?
That's me. My friends know not. They know not to call me until they're ready to laugh. Cause they can call and tell me some shit, but they know I'm not. Like death don't sit well with me. I don't really know how to respond to that shit. When it did get real close, like grandmas and grandpas and shit, I expected. Like even I lived with my grandpa and it didn't quite hit the way it hit when my partner Streets died. I went down a rabbit hole with that one.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it took some get back because I was just with him a couple months before that. Just was in Miami chilling, went to a game, drove 5 hours to Jacksonville from Miami and 5 hours back. Did a whole little car karaoke thing, and it was just one of the moments we had a conversation after that. And it's just a time that I, hold on to. But when he passed, it just kind of, like, it seemed like nothing even mattered. And what was crazy
Those
is
be the worst deaths, like the unexpected ones. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So what's crazy is on his birthday, I have this calendar called "Unfuck Yourself" by Gary John Bishop. And on his birthday that year, I believe, like the quote on the calendar was "People die, that's no excuse to stop living. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it threw me all the way off because how? Like, on his birthday, that just happens to be the quote. So it kind of sparked a little something in me. Like, all right, bro, gotta live for this nigga, gotta do this shit for this nigga. Like, I feel like, he was, when I moved to California, that was like one of my first friends. Like, my first friend out here. And I knew his mom, his sister, and didn't even know they was his mom and sister.
Oh, wow.
Until like the later collab, but like that was one of my first people out here, so it really got to me for real. And just not understanding how to deal with it, how to cope with it. I was kind of standoffish. I was definitely on autopilot, just kind of moving and grooving however I wanted to, hurting people on my way to, fucking up other friendships. Because I didn't know how to respond to that shit. Like, a lot of the people I've been around, they've experienced death and closer and all of that. So that was one of them ones that took a toll on me for sure.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
How are you coping with it now?
Shit like this. Like, I know with my podcast, he'd have been one of the first people here to help. Like, he always talked about it, how he was, nigga, like, I want my niggas on. He was a part of his young T.O.'s cousin. He was part of SOBRB. So they be in an Interscope studio session. He like, man, call Holla. He got the shit. Like, whatever we need, call him. Like, he always try to bring my name up with the Interscope people they was working with. Like, Holla, my nigga, HollaTheTruth. And just, he always threw my name around. So, and wasn't never no dirt on it. So I always appreciated him for that.
Success came from being such a team effort. Is that rare in the Bay, niggas working like y'all as like a group like that?
I mean, it is rare in the Bay, but that's why I tried to go outside of SOBRB and I tried to get more individuals involved. Like for instance, my nigga Holla producer, he do beats and he also do like graphic arts and shit like that. So anytime I can get Holla involved, I hit Holla instantly. I tell him, we in the studio, we need beats. Or if I'm in the Interscope studio session or something like that, I'm telling Holla, send me beats so I can pull up your beats in this Interscope session. So that way these niggas can get on some shit with this Interscope shit. That way Interscope can start hitting you, and then maybe you could get a deal as a beat maker, as a producer, or you know what I mean, however else you want to deal with it. But I'm trying to make sure all my niggas get on.
And I just, like the quote said, it's not a reason to stop living. So I try to live to the best of my abilities and like utilizing what he would have given me to keep going. Yeah, he was a pretty important figure in my life during them times for sure. Especially like,
Yeah, real friends, they're so hard to come by.
facts. And he was a nigga that always wanted to see people win. Like, that was another thing about him. Like, he didn't care. Like, if he fucked with you, he fucked with you. And he wanted to see you win. Even niggas that, he done had some issues with back in the day, he still, it was like, whatever. Like, nigga, I want to see niggas win. So, definitely got my respect for that. And even at his funeral, funny but not funny, he was talking about something, me and some other niggas at the funeral. And he was like the forefront of my mind, and I was like, yeah, I can't remember what we was talking about, but I was like, yeah, ask Streets. We at his funeral, and I'm like, ask him, and that shit. I think that's when it really dawned on me, like, yeah, bro, this nigga's not here. So that fucked me up. Like, it's funny now, not like jokey joke, but it's funny to sit there and say that at the funeral and be like, damn, we at this nigga's funeral. So I think that's when the reality of it kicked in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, keep going to the best of my abilities.
We
Keep him
have to.
in the, forefront.
He's always in your heart.
Yeah. Try to keep pushing. So how do you continue your healing process?
Every day, just one day at a time. That's all I can do, one day at a time. But every day is a blessing, so I just live like that. I don't know. I have my days, though. I ain't gonna lie. I still have my days.
Don't we all?
But I just gotta keep going for me. Like I want to be happy. Like I said, I don't want to be down. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be depressed. I do miss my brother. I miss my dad. I miss my kids. But I guess I'll see him again. So they say.
Yeah. So they say. So do you have any questions for me?
Um.
Here we go. She finna
Do you
be
have family out here? I know you said you were from.
Denver. Yeah.
Yes.
So my dad was born out here.
Okay.
So all his dad's side is out here. Like my grandpa, he passed away now. My great grandma, which was my grandpa's mom, obviously. My grandpa's other kids. I got a bunch of aunts and uncles. And then like cousins and shit. And I'm the oldest cousin on both sides.
Wow.
Right. It's like, damn,
And you're
I'm the
young
new
kid.
grown ups. Crazy.
Lord help us all. No.
Don't do too much. But yeah, my family out here.
Where's your mom?
But I didn't know him. Like I had met my grandpa a couple times, met my aunties like 1 or 2 times before I moved out here. Then I moved out here, lived with one aunt, lived with my uncle, then lived with my grandpa, and then But I was originally only supposed to be out here for 6 weeks. Turned into 17 years.
Wow. Do you go back home and visit?
All the time. My mom lives in Denver.
Okay.
And like my best friends and shit. Like I got a bunch of different friend groups, but my core friend group is 3 of them are in Denver and 1 of them's in Arkansas.
I just came back from Arkansas last year. We had a family reunion out there.
At the family reunion.
Yes.
That's where your family from?
I have some family out there. Yes. We went to Jacksonville,
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Jacksonville in Florida. It's a Jacksonville, Arkansas.
Yes.
All right, you
I'm
got
gonna
it.
show you my family reunion shirt. And I went to Little Rock.
That's where my partner lived. I've been to Little Rock. I
Yeah.
went to Central High. We ate some barbecue.
Oh, we went to this. Oh my God, the food was so good out there.
You know what I tried out? I think that
Some
was
gator.
no. What's the fast food? Zaxby's. Oh my fucking god.
Oh no, did you go to Checkers? Was it Checkers?
That's Carl's Jr.
No, it was good. And them little croissant. Oh my God, like I'm a bready. I love bread. Them croissants they had with that honey butter glaze. I don't know. That shit was good.
Nah, that Zaxby's was hitting.
It was cool. It ain't like mine.
It ain't like mine. Don't nobody think no food is like theirs.
I know.
My uncle was a little butthurt because I told him my partner's mama had the best black eyed peas I had ever had.
My best friend
He
just
like,
brought me
better than
black-eyed
mine? So yeah, you can cook, but you wasn't fucking with these. I ain't never had no black eyed peas that good for show.
For sure.
For show. Any more questions?
So what's the difference living out here than out there in Denver? Is it a difference?
Yeah, it's actually this area is a little bit more like Denver. Well, I grew up in Aurora and I played in Denver. Aurora is like, in some sense, a suburb of like Berkeley and
this
Oakland.
is kind of like a suburb, yeah.
Yeah, like Berkeley, Oakland, like San Bruno, or no, South City in San Francisco, that type of ordeal. So, nah, it ain't like South City. South City kind of real up there. But like, Aurora's like a baby suburb of Denver. Not too much. They make it whatever they want to make it now. But the difference is way more fast paced out here. There's a lot of accessibility to resources out here. Like me playing with music and shit, everybody was accessible. Like I got Too Short on some shit, got Mr. Fab. I'd have been close to 40. I ain't really got him on nothing. Like all the young niggas that was coming up about 7 years ago, I was a part of all of that. But yeah, like really the accessibility to resources and just the fast paced shit. It's a different lifestyle out here. I miss the whole hyphy movement thing. So I don't know how I would have fared out here with that because I'm like a not outside type of nigga. Never really been outside. Mom's wasn't pushing that issue.
Right.
Like it wasn't. I got play outside, but like going outside and like being outside, not the fuck at all. I hate the club. I never really cared for parties and shit because I'm not gonna dance. I'm not a dancing ass nigga. I like to be chill. I don't really drink. Like I have a taste or two every now and again, but other than that, I don't fuck around. So it really don't be no point in me being outside. I'll sit there. Most times it had to be like, hey bro, we got VIP, just come, da 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 da, or it's my birthday type shit, and they like, bro, you gotta be there. So I'll do some shit like that, but I'll literally sit there. I might have a little taste, but I kind of gotta be on my shit because I don't know what goes on in the clubs because I don't be there, but I hear a lot of stories. So I'll sit there and just kind of people watch.
That's cool.
Might do a 2-step or two, and then be ready to go. I even do that with vacation. After 3 days, I'll be ready to go. I just gotta get back home. I'm chilling. Yeah, just not an outside guy.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's actually great. I don't hear that often, so that's good. How long have you been into podcasts?
This would be my second year.
Okay.
I've always kind of wanted to do it. Like I just found an old interview that I did with Roach Giggs. I don't know, you old enough so you remember.
I still don't know who that is, but
What? Oh, well, anyways, a San Francisco rapper. He was real popular in his time. But I found an old interview I did with him, and that was fucking like 10 years ago or some shit. So I kind of already was interested in it, but that was more like a Vlad type video because I wasn't in it. He was just in it. But yeah, the podcasting had always been on my mind. But I just never found a way to jump into it. Like I just wasn't.
because they're real popular now.
Yeah, I didn't know what, I was trying to do the most and I didn't. I could be minimal. It's okay to be minimalistic sometimes because you have to start from somewhere. So why not start from start? No pun intended. But my therapist kind of got on my ass.
Start from what?
Start from start. You don't have to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. But my therapist got on my ass about it because I had been mentioning to her about doing the podcast. And I was like, well, yeah, I just got my hair done. And I was like, yeah, I might do it this weekend, but... And she's like, but what? You gonna not do it and then wait another 2 weeks for your hair to get done? I was like, all right, you got it. So when we got off the phone, I jumped right into it, recorded one scene. I was a little bit nervous and didn't know what I was doing a little bit. So I re-recorded it and sent it to my people. And they're like, yeah. It was a great jump off to it.
This is my first podcast interview. I've never been on a podcast.
Took your virginity.
You did.
Sounds good.
You
How's
popped
it
my
feel?
cherry. Feels great.
You're a sick woman.
You said it. I just agreed.
So, my end-all question to everybody. What is one truth people have a hard time accepting about you?
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh. Like, some probably not even funny. But I'm gonna make a joke out of it. I mean, we need to laugh. We don't want to be sad, down, depressed, angry, mad. Let's be happy. And I'm real. I'm like the realest. I'm gonna ask a question. If I need an answer, I'm gonna ask. I don't care what it is. I ain't gonna hurt. I don't like hurting people, nobody's feelings. I'm not gonna do that. But if there's something I need to know, and I want to know it now. I'm gonna ask you. But we gonna laugh. We be having the worst day. We gonna laugh. That's that.
I feel it.
And that's it.
Well, I want to give you your flowers because this is a little bit unexpected and you jumped right in here and did this thing. I hope that's not how you lost your real virginity, but
I haven't
the
lost my
podcast.
virginity yet.
Oh, sounds good.
I want to.
Inseminate it. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
You did
it.
just
That's
tell
all.
us a whole story
Yes.
about
Yeah.
the story.
It was IVF, baby.
But nonetheless, I want to give you your flowers and let you know that I appreciate you for showing up and supporting. In a sense,
I appreciate you.
Definitely you supporting me.
I support my friends.
I see.
I told you.
So I appreciate it. And this is the Holla the Truth podcast, giving you the truth for the future, the present, and the past. But I gotta ask, can you handle it?
This is Holla the Truth, man. I gotta ask.